Alright guys, so this is going to be the Clotted Cream Single Tank Comp that you guys can use right now inside of the arena. It is pretty popular alongside the usage of Black Pearl and Vampire. So once again, you do need Black Pearl for this team. If you don't have it, I do see people using something like Eclair as well as Captain Caviar, but I am going to let you guys know like 98% of the teams are going to have Black Pearl. So if you don't have it, then try out the Vampire comp that I shared with you guys yesterday. But here we go. This is going to be the build here. So it's going to be Financier, Black Pearl, Clotted Cream, Vampire, as well as BTS. And the treasures are going to include the Jelly Watch, Scroll, and the Feather. So let me show you guys the topping. This is not the perfect set. This is what I've come up with. And I found it pretty decent. So here we go. Let me show you guys real quick. And it's going to be 5 of the solid almond with 0% cooldown. And here's the reason why. For majority of the teams that you guys verse, you want to have Black Pearl and Vampire use their skill first. So I found out that when you guys do that, Black Pearl needs to have 5 of the Swift Chocolate, and Financier has to have almost 0% cooldown. Alright, so that's the reason why we're going with 5 solid almond. And of course, Financier is the only tank here. She does need to be pretty tanky to survive alongside Clotted Cream. So that's the reason why we're going with that. Full on damage resist. And if you guys can't get some HP as well as crit resist, it will help out as well. And the next one is going to be Clotted Cream. Clotted Cream is going to be almost exactly the same as almost all of the comps out there for the arena, and that is going to be 5 the solid almond with at least about 8% cooldown. The higher you guys can get is actually a little bit better, just so that Clotted Cream can rotate with the skill pretty quickly. But the main focus here is to isolate that one tank and deal the damage with the cage. Alright, so the higher damage resist, the better it's going to be. The higher cooldown, at least 8% is going to be the minimum. Alright, so you do want to have that. And then next one is going to be Black Pearl. Black Pearl is going to have about 23.1% cooldown, and that's going to allow Black Pearl to actually have a 3-second start, so that it allows Black Pearl to use skill first, followed right after by Vampire and BTS. Alright, so that's the kind of skill order that we're going with, and then afterwards we're going to use Financier and Clotted Cream to deal the damage. And this is going to allow Black Pearl as well as Vampire to dodge any of the Brute's stun that may come your way before BTS is able to use their skill. So that's going to be something that you guys want to keep in mind. 23.1% is the recommended. That's what I go for. If you guys cannot do that, I would say at least 20% is another recommendation, or at least 17.3%. all right, but I would say the higher cooldown, the better it's going to be. If you guys can focus on damage just a little bit more, then this is going to be a lot better. Black Pearl is going to survive, but just keep in mind, if there is a Vampire on the enemy team or Captain Caviar with the scythe, Black Pearl doesn't even survive. I tried it. I tried it with solid almond mix. It doesn't really matter. Black Pearl still dies. So I say the faster cooldown, more crit and attack, as well as a decent amount of damage resist, is going to work out pretty well. And then next one is going to be Vampire. Vampire with 5 of the Searing Raspberry here. I tried it out with 0 cooldown as well as some cooldown as well. Having cooldown is going to be a bit better, just so that you can rotate around with the skill a little bit faster in case you do have another Vampire. But 0% also works, but make sure to focus on the damage resist. And then if you guys can get the attack and crit up, those are going to be the 2 of the substats that you really want to focus on alongside that damage resist. And then the last one is going to be BTS. BTS, the higher the cooldown, the better it's going to be for the faster skill rotation, allowing your cookies to get healed, get that debuff resist, as well as shield if possible, and the damage resist if there's a lot of debuffs going on. Alright, so here we go. Let me show you guys this team against a couple of the teams that are going around in the arena right now. There's a lot. So let me show you guys exactly what you guys should be going up against, and some of the teams that, if I do see them, which you should not go up against. Alright guys, so starting off with one of the examples that I would probably not go up against is something like this. The reason why I say this is because Sword-based Shark is actually going to be able to shred through Financier as well as Cream. Unicorn kind of messes up your skill a lot with the silence. So this is a team that I am not for sure being able to beat, so that's what I would skip. And here we go guys, this is going to be another team right here. Single Tank 2-2, alright, 1-2-2 with 1.6, probably going to be something like very similar to mine, a mirror matchup, or just something like I would say maybe even Eclair or Captain Caviar. When you do see a 1-2-2, I recommend you guys go with the cooldown one. Alright, so if you guys have extra cooldown on Vampire, it's gonna help a little bit more. So right now I do have the cooldown set on, so let's go and see how well we do. Okay, So it is going to be a mirror matchup. So when I did do the mirror matchup before the testing, I saw that, like I said, if you have a little bit extra cooldown, it does allow you to deal a little bit more damage, or just have that skill rotation a little bit faster, allowing your vampire to deal a bit more damage and eliminate the enemy's DPS or anything like that, right? So that's the reason why I do recommend you guys go with the cooldown if possible. So right there, right now, it's going to be Clotted Cream and Black Pearl versus my Clotted Cream, Black Pearl, and Vampire, allowing me to take the victory, all right? So like I said, having that rotation a little bit faster does allow Vampire to deal a little bit more damage right there. So 1.7 compared to that 1.3. All right, so that's the reason why I would go with the extra cooldown. All right. All right, guys, so that was a mirror matchup before, but this one is going to be Black Pearl, and it seems like it's going to be something like Clotted Cream and Sorbet. All right, this one, I actually don't know how it's going to turn out too well, just because I never versed it without the Cream Unicorn. So here we go. Let's see how well we do against this one. Actually, there's a chance of it being an Eclair as well. Actually, it is an Eclair Captain Caviar team. All right. So this one, you know, you definitely have a chance of winning if you're able to get rid of their DPSs pretty quickly. So right there, Black Pearl was able to get rid of the enemy Black Pearl a little bit faster. Right there, we're able to dodge, and Clotted Cream being able to survive. So this one, we're going to be able to win. All right. So there you guys go. A mirror match, not a mirror matchup, but another single tank comp with Captain Caviar and Eclair. Because our skill rotation is so fast, and we do have the feather to bring back Black Pearl in case she dies a little bit faster, we're able to deal so much damage. Alongside Vampire just being able to completely just get rid of Eclair or Black Pearl on the enemy team. Alright guys, so here we go. This is probably a team that I would probably not recommend you guys go up against, just in case if you guys do get hit by the torpedoes from Captain Caviar, you have a chance of your cookies actually getting eliminated so quickly. It's because of the scythe, the extra crit damage. So I don't recommend you guys go up against any of the scythe comp if you guys have a chance to do so. Alright guys, this time around 2-2-1 here is probably going to be something like Captain Caviar or Eclair, even Clotted Cream here. So let's go and see how well we do against this one. So this one's going to be Captain Caviar with Black Pearl. So the downside about having a full-on Swift Chocolate build for our our Black Pearl here is going to be the fact that she's actually going to use her skill first, allowing her to actually take the torpedo damage. All right, so there's a chance of your Black Pearl actually dying a little bit faster. However, you know, the feather comes back and then Vampire is able to also do damage, so it's not too much of a problem. But that is the reason why I recommend you guys don't go up against any of the Scythe comp, because Scythe will not only destroy your Black Pearl, but also any of the other cookies, removing your feather completely in the beginning. Alright guys, so here we go, another 2-2-1. This one's actually Eclair, so here we go. Let's see how well we do. Here we go. And there you go, that's the Eclair. And right there, because of the fact that we have Black Pearl going first, Vampires were able to follow up right after, allowing them to not be stunned and using their skill. And also a perk of that is when Eclair uses his skill, we don't get the weakness debuff initially, all right? So that's another perk. And here we go, Financier being able to heal and shield Eclair so that he does, I mean not Eclair, Clotted Cream, so that he doesn't die right there. And there we go. And that is the victory. And this time around, Vampire is using 0% cooldown. All right, so just keep that one in mind here. All right, and you can see right there, we're doing a ton of damage with Black Pearl. Another example of team that you should not be going up against is this one right over here, a 2-1-2 comp. This is going to be the Vampire comp right here with the feather. The reason why I say don't go up against this is because of the fact that you have a big chance of you guys tying this game. And the reason why is because, once again, Cream Unicorn silence messes up the skill order, as well as you just kind of go back and forth, and the heal is so much that even if you're not the one losing, you're just not going to be able to kill the enemy team. So if you guys have the chance to, don't use this team. I would say switch something like Vampire out for a Sorbet, and you'll have a better chance. Alright guys, so here we go, last battle here, another 1-2 comp. I would say if you go up against a single tank, Vampire having extra cooldown does help, so I'm going to switch that out right now. So to this right here, 4.9%. And then here we go. Let's see how well we do. So this time around, this one does have a Cream Unicorn, which can actually mess up some of the skill here, alright? So let's see how well we do. Because of the silence debuff, the skill rotation can be a little bit off right there. Like you can see right there, Financier and Clotted Cream got blocked from using their skill. Sometimes it does help out too, but sometimes it doesn't. So in this case right there, not the best scenario. So probably right there, if you do see a Clotted Cream Unicorn, once again, it's not a it's not guaranteed that you know exactly who it's gonna be. But if you see a Cream Unicorn, it definitely does mess up your skill order and lead to you actually losing here. So just keep that in mind when you guys are versing. So I guess the last battle is gonna end in a defeat for us. But there you guys go, the Single Tank Financier Clotted Cream comp that you guys have been asking me about. Of course, once again, this is my topping set and doesn't really mean that it's going to actually work out exactly the same. I'm sure other players inside of the game has different setup exactly for, you know, versing 2-2-1 comp, 2-1-2 comp, 1-2-2 comp. It depends on the amount of toppings you guys have. But this is kind of what I'm working with right now. 0% cooldown for Financier, at least 8% cooldown for Clotted Cream. I would say at least around 20 to 23.1% if possible. So I would say the basic will be 20%. And then the recommended is 23.1%. If not, the bare minimum will be something like 17.3%. All right. So that's kind of like the three that you can work around. But just keep in mind, the higher the cooldown, the better it's going to be. And the better damage resist, the better it's going to be. And then for Vampire, it works out both ways. I would say for any of the 2-2-1 comps, you can go with the 0%. But I found out that if you guys are having a mirror matchup, majority of the time having a Vampire with extra cooldown does work out a little bit better. And then last one, BTS with the full serve chocolate, highest cooldown possible, no damage resist required. Alright guys, hope you guys found the video helpful. You know, let me know what you guys would like to see next down in the comments below. Good luck with the arena run, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.